Back with another video. Leaving the plantation. Man, I want y'all to do me a favor, man. Just for this video's sake, I want y'all to do me a favor and put yourself in somebody's shoes. I got a quick little story for you. If you were born into a group of people, a race or a so-called nationality, right? If you were born into a group and you lived a different life than everybody else on earth, as far as the way you were treated, as far as poverty, right? As far as the history that you are born into, when you were taught the history of who you are, you were told that you were nothing but at the bottom, always at the bottom, and that you're nothing but a dog, right? Something to be usable. And you grow up, you begin to read yourself, and you find out everything that you were ever taught about your group or the people who you were born into was a lie. And I got a question. What would you do if it was you? If you were born into the black race, we'll deal with them. We know that the Israelites are for the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but I'm gonna talk from my perspective. If we look into the black race, when we were born and we came into this world, we didn't choose to be an Israelite. We didn't choose to be a so-called black man. We didn't choose to be this. But we dealt with it before we knew that we was God's chosen people as Israelites. And everybody's favorite book, the #1 sold book on earth, is the Bible. And when we look in the mirror, we can say, wow, we look like the Creator. We look like the Creator and His Son and the angels. They all have this burnished bronze skin that we have. This hair like wool. The descriptions of great creations and great entities greater than ourselves. They look like us. And they don't look like the people who told us that they look like them. So what am I supposed to do with this? What's up, Golden Child? I ain't seen you in a long time. So what would you do if you found out after being raised, everyone was teaching you that your people was not all that, you were at the bottom of the barrel, God don't look nothing like you, there's no way in hell that you're even that special unless you come up under other people. That's what makes you special. But then you find out that you're the most important people on planet Earth. What would you do? If you were one of us, everybody hates the Hebrew Israelites, but if you were one of us and you were told that you were nothing, and then out of nowhere, it was revealed to you by truth, not by a lie, that you are a part of the most important people on the planet, what would you do? And I'm asking white people, Chinese people, Arabian people, African people, answer the question. Since everybody want to hate the Hebrew Israelites for teaching the truth, we're just opening up the book that everybody got collecting dust on the bookshelf. Everybody got this book. It's the #1 sold book on earth. But we go to scriptures that are contrary to popular belief. We go to scriptures that get under skin. We go to scriptures that aren't popular. So this video is just trying to, I really want to see some opinions. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I was reading something that I shouldn't be reading. Anyway, I really want some opinions. I really want some feedback. What would you do if you was put in my shoes as a black young man? You grew up learning that Europeans is the shit. All that in a bag of chips. All right? They discovered every land first. They're the richest, they're the wealthiest. They always know exactly where they came from, but they'll never tell you that they're Esau, Edom. They will never give you their spiritual heritage. They will never give you the true true progenitor, which is Esau. They won't connect themselves with him. But growing up as a young black man, and I'm in history classes, learning about how Christopher Columbus slaughtered my brothers, the Native Americans. They don't put it like that in the history books either. I just always knew what they really did. But this dude's sitting up there getting worshipped in our high school textbooks, middle school textbooks, and elementary. Many other white men. All I learned about growing up in school was those people. So if you were me, I want to know, what would a white man do? And that's just for comedy, because I don't give a fuck. All right? But for conversation's sake, because right now I'm in a series. I'm on like episode 6 of breaking down Esau, Edom, so-called white people with the Bible. I'm not putting a gun to their head. I don't have a knife in my hand. I'm not beating nobody up. I see them in public. I treat them with respect as long as they treat me with respect, and I go my way. But I have my opinions, and I have the truth, and I have a freedom of speech until they take it away. Then it's going to be a famine of the word. And I choose to call out the truth. There's no way a man could have 6 episodes, 2 hours apiece, and it ain't even halfway done to talk about in the Bible, about what the Bible has to say about these people. And it's not important. If it's that much that God had to say, how about we let him finish talking? Because if you were me, which I don't need to ask white people, if you were a young black man, what would you do if you was in my position? Because when a white man had an opportunity to fuck you over, what did he do? What did they do when they had an opportunity to slaughter the Native Americans? They did it. What did they do when they had a chance to slaughter the Latinos? They did it. And what did they do when they had a chance to conquer out my people and slaughter us? They did it. So when I'm asking you guys, what would you do if you were in my position? It's really rhetorical. I'm really just about to get on here and pop my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we got next. Whether you like it or not. You could snipe people from a rooftop and hate the world and, you know, do some heavy metal. You can do whatever the hell you think you got to do. No matter how many you kill, you can't kill everybody. No matter who you try to silence, it's way too many of us. It ain't no one Malcolm X or no one Martin Luther King standing up no more. There's thousands of me. And we all teach the exact same thing because we know what our Father told us. Let's begin now. To my brothers who are Israelites, all right? Because I already asked the question, and I'm looking forward to you guys in the comment section, whether you watching this later or whether you watching this a year from now. Put in the comment section, what would you do as a young black man if you found out you belong to the most important group of people on earth, and that you are the creator who created everything and everybody? You are his favorite, and he has favor upon you that no one else has access to. You have access to all riches on earth. That's what's coming into the Israelites' hands as this great shift is happening. The end of Esau's kingdom and the beginning of ours. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. Let me talk to y'all for a second, man. Israel, do you even know what's promised to you? Because I know every time somebody ever promised me something, oh, I knew what they promised. I knew what they told me. To the point where if they didn't do it, you know, and we know the Father will always do what he said, but dealing with a man that's a liar, if they didn't do it, I would know what they promised me so well that I could repeat it. You understand? I could be like, well, you promised me that you was going to take me to Six Flags if I got a B on my report. I don't care if that was two months ago. You told me that if I get a B plus or better, that you was going to take me to Six Flags. You feel me? So what did the Father, what did the creator of the earth promise to the Israelites? Because you do understand that all the promises in the Bible of righteous restitution, okay, and recompense, all right, which means paying back what belongs to these people, who we call the Israelites. All the promises in the Bible belong to them, and that's according to the New Testament in the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3 through 4, where Paul is telling us that he wished that himself was accursed for his brethren's sake, his kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Verse 4, who pertain the glory, the covenants with the S, all covenants, the adoption, right? Come on now, everything belongs to the Israelite man, all right? The whole earth, with our Lord and Savior, who some call Yeshua, some call Yahawashi, all right? Jesus, that's what they say. That's what the white man named him. But that name did not exist. So we don't call him that. All right? But you guys got to understand something. Let me start naming some promises. And then I'm going to ask you again, what would you do if you was me? So if you knew that you had a history, right, of people enslaving your people, burning them with fire, castrating them, dismembering them, making textbooks out of their skin and leather shoes out of their skin, pulling their teeth out, forcing them to eat things that they don't want to eat, making them go hungry, chasing them down, letting them get eaten alive by dogs, splitting their body in half. These are the things that they did to us for hundreds and hundreds of years. Now, if you were me, and this is the history that you are born into, and you pick up the Bible, and you see in Deuteronomy chapter 28, also in Leviticus chapter 26, from the 15th verse in each book, Leviticus and Deuteronomy, from the 15th verse on down, each one that I named, and you see almost everything that your people have went through, and God, the creator of earth, that everybody acknowledges is the creator of earth, because the Bible is the #1 book sold on earth. This God is telling the reader that this special people was cut off and given over to curses because they chose not the blessings. They chose not to live to receive the blessings, so they received the curse. And the curses talk about the language being changed, them being removed from their homeland, right? Having to ask other nations of people for food, for hunger, thirst, and nakedness, and in want of all things. Deuteronomy 28:48. Everything that your people want and desire has to come from another people. So you're not even born into a life where you can profit. You get what I'm saying? I don't think I meant profit. You're born into a life that you can't own anything. That's what I mean. You have no resources. With no resources, you have nothing to bring to the table on a global perspective. From a global perspective, you have nothing to bring to the table. You have nothing to trade. You have no reason for other nations to want to join you when you possess no resource. So if you were like me and you were born into a people who possess nothing, we don't have a country, we don't have a military, we don't have a language, we don't have unity. All we have is disorder, okay? Ramen noodles, all right? In a bad smelly oil car. Predominantly, my people are poor, all right, in the worst neighborhoods on earth. Who are the #1 poor people in America? My people. If you go anywhere in America and you look at the dirtiest, dingiest, dustiest spots within these inner cities, who are you gonna find there? My people. So if you were me, what would you do if you open up everybody's favorite book and you saw that what they were telling you was in there is a lie? But the truth is, it's a reason why you're going through what you're going through. And it's not going to end that way. This is only a punishment. This is only a pit stop. And you are headed, okay? You are headed to be mounted up, to be a pillar in the kingdom of heaven. You are likened to fine gold. All right? Lamentations chapter 4, verse 1 through 2. It tells you that the precious sons of Zion, the men of the Lord, are likened and comparable to fine gold. That's right. One of the promises is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12, where he tells you, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. He gonna turn you up. That's right. That's why they call him a terrible God, because he can bring terror into your life. Look what he did to his own favorite people. Zechariah 2:8, Deuteronomy 32:10. What does it say? That the children of Israel are the apple of the Lord's eye. So if he took the apple of his eye out and threw them into slavery, scattered them across the earth, made them the poor, made them the tail instead of the head, made them the bottom instead of the top, when their original position is the top. If he did that to his own people, fed them to alligators, right? By putting the white man and setting him up to do it, he basically did it to us. That's why he said, who did this? Who spoiled Israel? Have not I done it, the Lord your God? I did this to you. Now, why did I do it to you? Because you rejected knowledge, I rejected you. You turned your back on me, I turned my back on you. I gave you over to your enemies. Jeremiah chapter 17:4. We were discontinued from our heritage and scattered amongst the nations. So if you open up everybody's favorite book and you find out, wait, who they call God, who they call Jesus, I have the same blood flowing in my veins as who they call Jesus. The God, the creator, the Father, I'm talking about Yahweh, right? He chose us to be his favorite special people? The lowly, the poor, the despised nation? The what? What do these two have in common? God and such a wicked people, right? What would you do if you was me? Now let me start giving some promises, right? Let me start giving you some promises. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 14. He says that all of their silver, their gold, and their apparel will be stored up for us. So the nations, the richer they get, when you look at these documentaries, they got these vaults with golden bricks and silver bars, and it's locked up in some, super high security facility. Bro, that's all going to Yahweh Shah. That's going to our power. That's going to our covering. That's going to our Lord. And what is he going to do? He's going to share it with us. Revelations chapter 2, verse 26. He who overcomes will I make rule over the nations. I will make you a ruler over the nations. We're trying to be in rulership. That's why I have to do 6 to 12 episodes on the white man. Because we have next. And if no one ever tells you we got next, how the hell you gonna know? If you don't warn the sheep, they ain't gonna know. Okay? Revelations chapter 5, verse 10. That's another promise. He said, and we, according to the promise, I'm sorry. He said, and he has made us a nation of kings and priests, and we shall rule on the earth. Okay? He's going to make us rulers on the earth. You went to church and they make it seem like we're just going to turn into a damn smoky spirit, and just ascend up and through the clouds. No. Stop. Knock it off. Man. No, man. You're going to get a new glorified body and you're going to reign on earth. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 through 3. Here's another promise. The Lord is going to choose your people again, though you discontinued from your heritage. Jeremiah 17:4. Jeremiah chapter 30 and chapter 31, verse 10 in each one tells you that the Lord who scattered Israel will gather Israel. So the gathering of the elect, the gathering of the great multitude, those people are the Israelites. It says in Isaiah chapter 14, 1 through 3, that the Lord is going to choose Israel again and set them in their own land. Because right now, they are scattered into other nations. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68 tells you, okay, that they will be scattered by ships, slave ships, as bondmen and bondwomen, and forced to do hard labor. And no man is going to buy us. Nobody's going to help us out. I wonder, when did that get fulfilled? We know, and it says we will go into Egypt with ships. Egypt is only what, 11, 14 days from Israel, a walk? You don't take a ship from Egypt to Israel. So we know that that is spiritual Egypt. So Revelation chapter 11, verse 8 goes into spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt, where their dead bodies shall lay in the field for the 350 years. Right, yeah. That's us here in America. When we lost, we didn't know who we was. We didn't have this knowledge. We were completely well soaked into our captivity. Okay? For about that time. All right? So you guys got to understand. Egypt represents the house of bondage. He told us we were going back into bondage by slave ships this time. Because remember, he said we will never go back into the Egypt where he split the sea for us. So if you were me and you're reading these things like, hold on. My exact history is in the Bible, and it was written thousands of years before it even happened to me. And this whole time I was wondering, what is my true history? Because I'm sick of being lied to. Wow. What would you do if you was me? You know what you would do. That's why videos like this don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. But they're going to understand. Let me give you another promise. Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 9. It says that they will acknowledge that you are the seed that the Lord hath blessed, and our offspring. So they're going to recognize you and your children, that you are the chosen, set apart, holy, special, God-like people in the eyes of the Most High, and in the eyes of them. We are the gods of the earth. Psalms chapter 82 and 6. For I said, you are gods. John chapter 10, verse 34. It says the same thing in red letters. But people don't want to hear the truth. So if you opening up this book, given the history that I gave you, and you're seeing these things, what would you do? Would you sit back and act like you didn't see that? But that's what they want us to do. They want us to act like we didn't see Revelation chapter 1 verse 14, when it says that Yahushua, his feet is as burnished bronze, as if it was, it's as bronze as if it was burned in a furnace. If you take a penny and you burn it in a furnace, it's damn near black, darker than me, and his hair is like wool. Then you read Daniel chapter 10, 6, 7, 9. Okay, what about the scriptures about the angels in Ezekiel? Right? Also Revelations. One of them, Revelations and Ezekiel, actually. So you got to think, man. You calling people the bad guy for proclaiming a heritage that was stolen from them. You stole my heritage. The Bible says you did. The Bible says you stole my land. You stole our heritage. You stole all of our things, all of our goodly treasures. And here it is. How would you feel if you was me, if you got a white guy, and I'm talking about Putin from Russia, if you got a white guy coming out the cut with all your ancient artifacts? Yeah, the real Jews are black, all of them. Yep, they're all black. And because a white man said it, people listen to him. But when you say it, you're like the boy who cried wolf. How would you feel? And what would you do? I'm crazy. I had a white guy comment under one of my short videos. He said, all right, buddy, you're talking about white people a little too much now. He said, it's all love though. But no, man, that's too much. You're starting to hate us too much, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You got to understand, God said that when he judges Edom, that we're going to deal with him according to his anger, not according to our own. We're not angry enough at y'all. God, Yahweh, the Most High, the Father Creator, he's angry at you more than we are. I'm very upset with you, but nowhere near as burning. Woo! Woo! He said we're going to deal with you according to his anger, because we ain't going to be angry enough. He literally saw what y'all did for hundreds and hundreds of years. That was only the transatlantic. What about before? Greek captivity, Roman captivity, the Renaissance period, right? What about them, the burning of Rome during Nero? What about all these times, the gladiators? What about all these times they persecuted our people? They never really paid for it, man. All we telling you is that God saw that. The Father, the creator of earth, saw that. And you gonna pay for it. And your children gonna pay for it. And your children's children is gonna pay for it. Why do I get to say that? Before it got sticky for you, didn't you used to believe everything the Bible said? If the Bible said it, it was true, right? Until it got to you, until judgment turned at your seat. So what am I supposed to do when I see that I'm a part of the Most High's most favorite people on earth? According to Deuteronomy chapter 7:6, chapter 14:2, chapter 28:1, when he tells us that he favors us above all people on the planet of earth. What the hell am I supposed to do? In Deuteronomy 32:9, when he says he divided all the nations, but he set Jacob to himself and said that this is the lot of my inheritance. Israel is my chosen. What am I supposed to do when I hear Joel chapter 2 verse 27 when he says I'm the Lord your God and none else? What the hell am I supposed to do when I hear Amos chapter 3 verse 2 when he says out of all the families of the earth I have only known you, therefore I will punish you for your sins? What the fuck am I supposed to do when I read Malachi chapter 3:6 when he says I the Lord your God change not? Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. What am I supposed to do with that? In Acts chapter 3, verse 17. You can even, verse 19:21, when it talks about restitution, which means to give the people back what was taken from them. What would you do if you found out you was an Israelite? You hit the lottery. Y'all willing, you endure to the end. You remain in this walk. He keep his spirit on you. We always praying that we keep the Ruach HaKodesh, because yeah, we sealed, but we not sealed. You understand? What the hell we supposed to do when he says that nations are gonna bow down to you? People are gonna serve you, servants, handmaids. Isaiah 4:1, in that day 7 women shall come to one man. Multiple women? Gold, apparel, servants, handmaids? The kingdom of heaven is like a master telling his servant, hey, take hold over 10 nations? Damn. Kings and priests? So I'm gonna be a king? I'm gonna be wealthy? I'm gonna be fulfilled? Our women and shit right now. All my women out there, I love y'all. The ladies that belong to me, hey, I love y'all. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all know what I'm talking about. Look, listen to the fucking radio. What other group of people is going through what we going through? You got Glorilla, this gorilla bitch, fucking gorilla monkey bitch, slutting our women out with her fire ass rap. The woman can rap. That's what make it so bad. She sound like a nigga. And her lyrics is crazy. They didn't flip the script. This a nigga bitch. This bitch is a nigga. The Bible says the word bitch. A self-willed woman is likened to a bitch. Type that exact thing in. GNT, Good News Translation. Apocrypha. A self-willed woman is a bitch. That bitch is beyond self-willed. Talking about how she got, oh, you just one of 4 niggas. They didn't stop making good penis when they made you. And bro, what the hell wrong with these women? Nobody else's women is treating they men like this except blacks and Latinos. From what I could see. You got a few sassy ass white women. I mean, they started the feminist movement, so fuck them. But all these Asian girls, Indian girls, Afghani girls, Japanese girls, African girls, Hawaiian girls, all these other girls, they respect their men, or they have a sense of decency about themselves. But the black and Latino woman, predominantly the black women, oh my God. And you know what, the Latino women, neck to neck. I deal with them all, neck to neck, bro. What the hell we supposed to do? We sitting here looking at, we're the #1 broken family of earth. You go to these other countries, they be poor as hell. I bet they family. I bet they still got mommy and daddy. Poor as a motherfucker. But we over here, we completely, we messed up. I wish I could read my brother's comments. Hey, forgive me, Golden Child. I'm gonna try to see what's up, man. But yeah, man, y'all gotta realize, man. Y'all gotta realize, I'm flipping through radio stations, and I'm only hearing one race of people sound like this, with this strong seasoning on it, this strong ass spice of murder, adultery, lasciviousness, concupiscence, debauchery, all manner of illicit sex. Leviticus chapter 18. Everything in there, they rap. Everything the Most High said don't do, the white people who own the record labels, make sure that they reel people in. They get the niggas who don't mind talking about all that shit and promoting it to our people. It's sad, man. And then our people worship these people because they see the material possessions that they have, and they're like, damn, I want to be just like you one day because I see what you got. I see the reward of doing evil. What the hell I'm supposed to do, man? I'm born in this shit. You hate the Israelites. We born in hell, bro. We're born in hell, bro. We're slaves to you people, man. If we want to start a business, guess who we gotta ask? You. If we get in trouble, guess who gets to decide if we pay a fine or if we do jail time? Your laws that you and your fucking people made, the same laws that told me I'm not even a whole human being. I'm only 3/4 of a fucking man, or 1/4. Who the fuck knows what you thought, what you said? If I get in trouble, your laws, your rules. How you feeling on that day? How much time I gotta pay with my life if I get in trouble? How much money I gotta pay if I make money with this business? You get paid just to register the business. I can't get you out of my damn life. I can't stop looking at your ass. We was dragged here. And we still here. We can't shake you off. You disrespectful sons bitches, telling us to go back to Africa. Motherfucker, what? What? That's straight to go back to Europe. That's disrespectful. You dragged us here. Some of us were here, but you dragged us here. We have record and proof. You dragged us here by the boatloads, literally. Forced us, hard bondage, built your country for free. Damn, these motherfuckers robbed us and got rich. They ran off on the motherfucking plug twice. The Bible says, woe to you who spoil, who rob, and you haven't been robbed. You take from people but haven't been taken from. You kill but you haven't been killed. That's why I'm bringing out these videos. My people are born into a different life than you. And they need to hear what this is so that they can figure it out. You can't stop it. It's gonna happen. It's prophecy. All evil and all good can only exist by the words of the Most High. Everything only is what it is because He predestined it to happen. There's no independence, no free will. That's bullshit. You make decisions, but that shit was predestined. I'm telling you right now. So here it is. The Bible is promising the people who got Lamborghini personalities, but Honda Civic lifestyles. That's my people. We got Bugatti personalities, but we're actually in Honda Civic lives. You feel me? Personality worth a couple mil, a few trill, you know? But all you ain't even got $3 in your pocket. But you fly though. You real fly. That's my people. That's my people because it's in us. The finer things, the rulership, the kingship. We're gonna rule the earth, bro. The Bible is about rulership. It's about power. That's why we can line these scriptures up with current events. We can line these scriptures up with what's going on in the earth because the Most High called it from the beginning. Isaiah chapter 46, 9 through 10. He said, I'm God. There is none like me and none beside me and none after me. I called the beginning from the ending. Isaiah 46, 9 through 10. From ancient times. I call things that are not done yet. So we have a God that chose one group of people to be above everybody else. And not only that, He tells you the future before it happens. And He sets these people up to tell the future. So they're hated by everybody. Not only because they're chosen to be rewarded greater than anybody on earth, but because they're also talking about the punishments and consequences in the near future for many. The Bible says the multitude was born in vain. The multitude will perish. Acts chapter 3 verse 13. No, 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 13. We, according to His promise, we wait on a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's hitting the lottery. When all your thug niggas, all your European elite, your yacht owners, your Glorilla rappers, your thought hoes, your fucking strip bars, everything that destroys your family or destroys your mind is gonna be out of there. The kingdom is gonna be perfect. We're gonna have families, children that are happy and not scared, women that are yours. My brothers, don't you want women that are yours? Ain't you tired of having to keep the pressure on your women? Oh, women, nigga, you gotta keep pressure on your women on this side or lose them. Because they not right over here. You ain't even right over here. But you better than them. Because He said, I looked through the earth and didn't find one righteous woman, but I found one righteous man. What did Paul say? Through her we all died. So we got women, Glorilla bitches. My people do have women ruling over them. That sounds like Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. As for my people, women are that's why they're gonna get humbled. That's why they're gonna get stripped away from all of their tinkling ornaments and twinkling at the feet and, you know, eloquent apparel and fine linen and earrings and makeup and fucking bonnets and weaves and Isaiah chapter 3, man. Leading into Isaiah chapter 4, once again, in that day, 7 women shall come to 1 man. Don't you want that, bro? Wouldn't any man want that? He promises us new bodies, right? Joel 3 to cleanse our blood. Jeremiah 31:31. He said he made a new covenant with the house of Judah and with the house of Israel, southern kingdom and northern kingdom, Israel. He said the new covenant is for us. We won't have to teach each other no more. This takes work right here. We ain't got to go live waking people up. What you shouting for, bro? We all know the truth. We love the Lord and we good. We blessed. We good. You feel me? We'll have some wine later at the table, you know, over some lamb chops, man. Feel me? Yeah. Man, we gonna rule this earth, man, and I genuinely believe that, man. Y'all have to believe that. Do you believe that you about to inherit the earth? The meek shall inherit the earth, not the proud. The so-called white man is proud. Who can go to war with him? Who can make war with the beast? Huh? My fault, I have received a call. Who? Who can do it? Nobody. Ain't nobody in nobody's in military shape, resource shape, financial shape to go to war with the damn white man. And you not as ballistic as his ass. He's not like you. He don't got that heart that you have, man. We can turn this heart off. Don't get it misconstrued. The whole nation, you know, a lot of people are scared of black people anyway, and Latinos, you know, they got a lot of rumors about us. All nations got their people who just don't think and they just do. But we know one thing about Israel is that the Lord chose Israel to be to himself. He said that Israel shall receive mercy. Israel shall receive forgiveness. We are the world without end. We have the everlasting salvation. That's Isaiah chapter 45:17. Another promise, Isaiah 54:17. He said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. Okay? Every tongue that rises up against us, we shall condemn in judgment. You about to go from rags to riches, bro. Literally. All these, that's why when you listen to these hip-hop songs, if you gotta listen to it, right? Because I still listen sometimes. You gotta chew the meat and spit out the bone. Because they really rapping about the life you about to live. You gonna be the one with so much money. You gonna be the one going from rags to riches. You gonna be the one with all the women, bro. Dudes like Chris Brown and Drake and them, they gonna be going down. And you gonna be going up. The righteous man is going up. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 6. What's happening right now is folly is held in great dignity, which is foolishness. Foolishness is held in great honor. And the rich, you are the rich. The righteous man is the rich man. The rich sit in the low seat. So we're in our lowest state right now. We're not acknowledged. We're neglected. We're not taken seriously. But when the famine of the word comes, when no man can work, right? When motherfuckers can't feed themselves, can't drink, can't eat, they getting slaughtered, raped, beat, robbed. When all hell breaking loose in Babylon, they're gonna be looking for the men of the Lord. They was trying to tell me something. I remember I just couldn't quite. Oh man, you should have prepared, because Isaiah 33:6 says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times and the strength of your salvation. The fear of the Lord is his strength. Your strength is gonna come from how much did you fear the Lord? As in, did you believe him when he said he was gonna destroy this place? Did you believe him when he said he was gonna melt whoever takes that mark of the beast? That Revelation chapter 16 Karachma, the mark of the beast. Did you listen? Did you believe him when he said, hey, surely if you take that, I'm gonna pour fire on your head? Did you believe that? Everybody don't believe that. Do you believe when he say he gonna send his son? right? And he's going to come with a blaze of fire. Do you believe that the day of the Lord is coming like a burning oven? Malachi 4:1. The Bible is not just a religion, y'all. It's history. It's prophecy, which is future. So it's the past, it's the future, and it's the present. How can you be current, historical, and futuristic at the same time? This is a celestial book. This is beyond earth. It's not as carnal and earthly as one would think. You can't read it like a Harry Potter novel. It takes a lot of deep. So yeah, man, what would you do if you found out you was the people? And it's a reason why y'all poor, beating down all the worst neighborhoods, killing each other, jacked up in the head. You know, why is everything controlled by white people? If you were me, you would have the same questions. And when you get the answers, you ain't gonna be mad. You just gonna be glad you got the answers. And when you get the answers, you gonna go tell your people. That's all I did. I wasn't even looking for the answers either. I'm just living my life. The Most High came and woke me up. And I always had love for my people, as you should. Everybody prefers their own kind. The Bible even says that. Just like nature, everybody prefers their own kind. It is what it is. The rich prefer the rich, the poor prefer the poor. Alligators prefer alligators. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. We the only ones who get in trouble for standing up for our people. We the only ones who it's a problem when we gather and they not included. Because who hates to be excluded? The one who got his nose and everybody's trying to control shit that don't control business that don't mind him. That's why stuff like this is shadow banned. You think artificial intelligence is not working against the men of the Lord? You think artificial intelligence is not shadow banning? You think these algorithms don't have handlers? You think this is all by chance? No, they lift up who they want to lift up and they abase who they want to abase. But what I'm doing is not for views, because I understand clearly that out of the 8 billion people on earth, that most of them are going to die. Okay? They're done. The Lord said the earth to come was made for few, but the earth now was made for plenty. So the earth that's coming next, it ain't gonna. We're gonna replenish that earth with children. Yeah, it said our children's children. That's right. We're gonna be having children. All right. Man, chariots. You ever saw Wakanda? When they driving those vibranium spacecrafts, whatever the hell you want to call it, we got stuff like that. It's called chariots. That's what the Lord is going to crack the sky in. When it says we're going to meet in the sky, what the hell you think we're going to do? Just float up like the damn white man told you we was going to do? Just float up. We just floating in the air. No, you're going to get beamed up and you're going to have a destination. You're going to be on the ship. The ship flies. It's unidentified. An unidentified object called chariots. I can't wait to do lessons on the chariots as well. See, Esau got us working so fucking much. You really gotta want to do this, man. To create videos and keep people informed and keep the scriptures on your mind. Man, do you know how much labor I put into studying? I do a lot more studying than I do talking, and I do a lot of talking, so that should say a lot. All praise to the Most High for that, because that's His Spirit quickening me. It's not of my own works. I didn't call myself. I didn't choose myself. I don't depend on my own strength to endure to the end either. I know where that's going to come from. Y'all willing. So y'all got to understand, man, before you try to step to me like I'm some little chicken nugget ass nigga, right, who don't know what he talking about and just angry, yapping at the white man all day. No, bro. There's concrete evidence that this must be talked about. So I'm going to finish my long extended series dedicated to Esau Edom, and I don't give a damn who give a damn about it. Because what would you do if you was me? Damn, you already showed me what you would do if you was me, because you, what did Genesis 27:40 say? By your sword you shall live, and when you shall have the dominion. So you have the dominion right now. The earth was given into your hands. Job 9:24. Behold, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and they cover the faces of the judges. If not, who is he and where is he? Esau Edom. That's who he is. So now that you're in a position, you're wicked in your rulership. You're showing that you're not fit to rule. Once again, the animals hate you. The trees hate you. Nature hates you. Okay? And people hate you. They kiss your ass because of your resources and your money. People don't like you. They know your spirit. You demand what you want and what you want to be done. And you force your religions, your beliefs, your languages, and your customs and your lifestyles. You pour that cup of wine and you pass it around and you make everybody drink it. So the Lord got his own cup of wrath that he's going to make you drink. When he returns when he recompenses that judgment right back on top of your head. You've given us this deceitful food, this dogma rhetoric, false doctrine. How many false doctrines is there, man? That's how sick this devil is. This devil couldn't just give you Christianity. He had to give you Lutheran, Catholic, Baptist, Pentecostal, Presbyterian. He had to fuck you all the way up. What is the truth? Where is it? But we know that all things are predestined. So whoever makes it without being deceived, that was your life. Whoever gets deceived right before they make it, even if it's me, that's what was supposed to happen. Because he already chose who belongs to him before the foundations of the earth. If you're his, you're his. No man can pluck you out of his hands. Understood? Not too many people love their own people, man. Not too many people want to see the kingdom actually happen. Women, you're actually going to have to be in order. You're going to be perfect because we're getting new bodies. So I ain't even got to get on you about how you need to act in the kingdom, because you're going to be great, excellent, beautiful, super beautiful, and you're going to be in order. Because the kingdom on earth is nothing but what you have now, except it's going to be done correctly. And it's going to last forever. Okay? White man got to fail because he stole all this. Look at that. You see the cross right there? See the cross right there? Yeah, white man stole all this, man. I don't care how many crosses he want to put up, how many churches he want to build, how many missionaries he send out. Bro, do you understand the dirt that your people did to the Most High's chosen people? And he writes about what he's going to do to you in detail, but you block your ears so you can't hear it. So you act like you could just ignore it to where it won't ever be a problem. You can't just ignore this. The Most High is going to drop fire on Babylon. You can't close your ears and just wait till time passes by. All right, is he still there? Is he still looking for me? Bro, he's going to hunt you down. That's why I said you can get mad at us for talking about it and being on the corners and talking about it on YouTube. What the hell are you going to do about it? Kill us? Okay, bro, you're still going to get it. It don't matter, bro. None of that matters, bro. You can't silence us. It's already written down that this is how the end is going to come, through the prophets prophesying the downfall of this nation. America is in bad shape, and a lot of people still playing. They still trusting in their paychecks, their job, their 401ks, their taxes. We about to go to war. We literally about to go to war. We damn near locked in that. What you gonna do when you get drafted to fight against God? You think they're gonna tell you, hey, we're well aware that the Bible that we swear on in our courts and that we swear on in presidency, right? Yeah, in this same book, it tells you about the destruction of the place that we're saying God bless America to. Woo! Man, you could just rant, man. I'm just talking, man. I know somebody was listening, man. Bottom line, what the hell would you do if you found out that you was a god in your lower estate and that you will one day return to your God nature? If you do what you're supposed to do by the Alpha, by the instructions of the Alpha. I know you lying. Nah, that's right. Okay, my bad. I thought I saw some extra minutes. Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing to be an Israelite. Love the Lord unto death. Don't let nobody take your crown. Don't let nobody tell you the Lord not dealing with you. If you sincere and genuine and you genuinely just was called, I was sucked out of the world, had no interest in a God. Like, what? Ew. God? To my ears, gross. I don't want nothing to do with a God. That's how I was. Well, 8 years later, I want everything to do with him, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. He ain't nothing like I thought. He's everything that I could imagine and more. And the promises that he have are, even though eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard, the things that we did see and hear in the scriptures, that's enough. What more do you need than the things that he already told us we was going to get? You're going to be able to live forever. This is the stuff you see in movies. Supernatural powers, this is the stuff we see in movies. Many women, celebrities got that. Praise and fame, and everywhere you put your foot, what? Nations go bow down to you? What? You gonna dip your foot in the blood of the wicked? What? They gonna lick up the dust of your feet? What? All they silver, all they gold, all their apparel gonna be transferred to you? What? Those who had you as slaves, you gonna have them? What? They shall rule over their oppressors? What? All of this is in the Bible? That's how you should be looking, man. But they don't care. They love America. Yup, they love America.